Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Hot Kopics, episode 135 with myself, AGT and Doyle. How are we, fella?
I am absolutely sound. It's lashing down outside. I'm a little bit soaking wet, so alright, bottom half of me is wringing wet there. But okay, how are you, lads?
I'm alright. I'm alright, mate.
He's dying his best not to.
It's just a reality check, isn't it? I've just come back from Ibiza. It is a reality check. Yesterday I was sitting on a beach, right? Sunning myself.
Just so you know, the whole production team and that, we were like, don't mention that you've been in Ibiza, lad. It's what, 30?
Not to.
It's 20 seconds
Honestly,
in and he's already done it.
The last week has been sunshine, boats, sea, sand, sangria, paella, and now it's pissing rain with you.
And his beard's still there as well, and he's
she's
come
still
back.
there. This is. I need some respect, actually, because I could have just stayed out there for a couple more days with her, but I've come back to do this, and DR Sports, but mainly this
to do his job. You know, like
my job.
Majority of us,
but I should have just taken a few
time
more
off
days
when we want.
But anyway, forget all of that. Right, the international break is now officially over, and we can focus once more on Liverpool. So smash that like button. Get your comments in. Right, we're going to be doing a proper preview on Thursday with Matisse for the Chelsea game, but all the talk this week will be leading up to that. And we've got a very special integration on Omili to do as well, which will be really fun with myself and Matisse later on in the week. But let's look back at the international break, and then we can look ahead to the Chelsea game. First of all, Doyle, you know I'm a shirt number maniac, don't you?
He is, yeah, he's a little weirdo, that. Right on my birthday, get on this. Got a mate there who was just throwing random numbers at him from random teams, and he'd be like, that was Djokovic in 2034.
Tennis player, but and ahead of time.
but you know.
But yeah, literally, you know I'm a shirt number freak. And speaking of England and Trent last night, who was fantastic again, scored a great free kick. I wanted to look up Trent's shirt numbers that he's had for England. And it blows my mind.
It's like
I've never seen a player
2486
play so many different position squad numbers than Trent. So he starts off with the 22 back in 2017, goes up to number 14, weird,
yeah.
You know, 2019. Then he's number 2, right? And you're thinking, right, that's about right for a right back. Then he goes to 18, 16, 12, 4, 2, 18, 21, 17, this is the weird one, 10, 7, 8, and then 2 again.
Just give him the whole
I have never.
The whole roster. Might as well just
and
give
again,
him one now.
This might not interest anyone out there. This is a selfish thing.
It's a weird thing, lad. It's a weird thing.
Weirdo like that. I'm like Rain Man with shirt numbers.
I think it's nab. Do you know what it is? It's testament
That's
to.
weird though.
It's testament to how the managers that have had him have not known how to actually use him and put him in so many different positions. They're like, I don't know what number to give him. Just give him anything, lad.
I mean, to be number 2.
I think now, though. I think now
10.
I think they should give
7.
him number 2, lad. Stick him in right back. That's your job now, lad. You are England's right back. I think it's cemented. After the performance that Walker had in the Euros, we were just talking about it with the production team. He was neither here or there, lad. You don't know what you're getting out of Walker. Is he good at attacking? Is he good at defending? I don't know anymore, lad.
How he even plays,
so many goals that we conceded in that Euros, lad, were his fault. So if you're not going to get anything out of him going forward, at least then put Trent on, lad. Because when we're watching him play for England now, mate, lads, even on set pieces, mate, the fact that he scored that free kick yesterday
was the 11th free kick he scored.
That was wild, lad. That was beautiful. The perfect technique. You can't get any better than that, brother. You can't. No keeper stops him.
You're so right, because in 4 games under Lee Carsley, who has pretty much come out and said that he doesn't want the job and he thinks that someone who has won a lot of trophies should take the job. Trent has been man of the match 3 and 4 games under Lee Carsley as coach. Now, you can say, you know, Carsley hasn't, won many things at the top level of the game. If anything, obviously he did win the World Cup with the under-21s, which, you know, if this was Spain or France, then that person would just be guaranteed to be getting
but he doesn't want it.
The men's job.
He doesn't want it.
He doesn't really want it. And I respect that for him coming out and saying that. But 3 times in 4 games for Trent, he started every game. It does seem like out of every England manager, you know, in Trent's England career so far, it's only Southgate and Carsley. But it seems like Carsley's actually believed in him, says you are going to be a defender, right back or left back, as he was last night, not a midfielder as Southgate had him down. That's why he was a number 10 and number 8.
He's not a midfielder. He's not a midfielder.
But Trent has been understood by Lee Carsley, and if Lee Carsley moves on, Trent will look back at this period quite fondly, I think.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, lad. Another thing about it is he's had 4 games, bro. It's not like he's had a lot of time to work with the players and say, right, this is the structure that we're going to play in, this, and whatever else. He's just said to Trent, lad, you're starting right back. Do what you do for Liverpool, and I trust you to do that.
But why couldn't
and let him
Southgate
play his
said
football?
that?
Because he's anti-football, lad. When you've got the player who creates the most chances in this country on the bench, and then you've got Cole Palmer who scores the most goals in this country on the bench. It tells you everything you need to hear about that, lads. You know what I mean? So he hasn't had much time with him. He's just said, go and play football, lad. You're really good at it. That's it, really, mate.
Yeah, and last night it was a free kick scored, 130 touches at left back, which is a brand new position for Trent. 95 passes completed, 6 accurate long balls, 10 balls into the final third, 3 out of 3 duels won. And I'm going to get onto a quote that Roy Keane said last night. 4 ball recoveries and 2 clearances. So left back, right back, doesn't really seem an issue for him right now. And obviously there isn't many left backs popping up in the scene. You've got Luke Shaw injured, Ben Chilwell just totally out of the picture.
Most of the time when Trent's playing a fullback role now in the last 2 years, he's inverted, right? So he's not necessarily just stuck to the left-hand position where he's got to hit it with his left foot. A lot of the time he's in that middle of the park looking for diags either side anyway. So I don't think left back pulls him back too much. It doesn't affect his game, to be quite honest with you. It will affect England's game though, in the sense of getting forward, bombing up and down the wings and stuff.
There's definitely a position there for England though, isn't there, to go and grab, and it is the left back position. Really,
right, I think even right back, lad, right back or left back, he is the best full back in that team. End of.
He's just one of the best footballers in that team.
He is.
Full stop. I mean,
I'd even this is going to sound mad, lad. I'd even think he's a better natural footballer than Jude, lad. And that sounds mad, lad. But I think that, lad, Jude can do everything, but the variety of passing that Trent has and the calmness that he does it at, it's exquisite, lad. It's truly world class passing, lad. It's unbelievable.
No,
that's why people mistake him as a midfielder, because you see Kevin De Bruyne doing all these wonderful passes, but that's not what a midfielder is, right? You can do all kinds. Ryan Gravenberch has shown Trent what a midfielder should be doing, lad. That's there's so many different things and whatever to the role. Trent can't do that, but he can. He can pass it anywhere on the pitch. It's on a penny, lad. So there you go.
No, he is just mind-blowing, and I think, we were just talking about it before we went on air there, the fact that, he's came out recently, I think it was Gabriel Clark at ITV asked him, what he wants his legacy to be, and he said, I want to not be remembered as that player that won loads of things as a young player. He's just turned 25. He's,
in his prime now, lad.
In his prime. Obviously, we're still waiting on news for him to sign a new deal, but yeah, that's his 5th man of the match award for England in 12 starts. People online are saying he's England's best and most naturally gifted player, and he was left on the bench at the expense of a washed Walker and Trippier. It's insane. I don't think there's any other country that would have had this this record. It's mental.
Walker, now I've got to give it, right, Walker has been phenomenal in the
I
Premier
think
League,
Walker has been the best right back in Premier League history.
He has. He's been incredible, genuinely. But there also comes a time when they're not anymore, and unfortunately that is Kyle Walker's time. Old, 34, 35, something like that.
Somewhere around there.
Like he is getting on him for a player that's relied on pace for the majority of his career. It's time to move on, and Trent is that guy that you're going to move on to. But I want to ask the Reds that are watching, right? So Trent said he doesn't want to be a player that just wins trophies in his early career, meaning that he wants to win trophies right now as well. What do you think that says? What do you think that means? Because in my mind, I think that means I am looking to get off, boys, because I see a future at Real Madrid where I can most definitely win trophies, Champions League, Premier Leagues, and yeah, I don't know if I see that with Liverpool. I'd absolutely love him to stay. Maybe I'm reading into it the wrong way.
I just think
he is the best player in his position in the world, and he absolutely deserves success because he does.
Me and you stand on different sides of this argument.
I think Liverpool Football Club owe Trent success. We owe him trophies. We have to show him a plan to say, we know you're the best in the world in your position, lad, and we want you to be successful.
Is the word convincing?
Yeah, we've got to convince him, lad. And I think it's fair. I know people are saying, like, we've already bled him into the club and we give him his chance, but he took his chance, lad, and he's done phenomenally well with it, and he's been a brilliant servant to the club, won everything with us, took so much stick as he's doing it. I don't think he owes us anything. I don't. I would like him to sign a contract to get some dough for him if he does go. That's the one thing. Don't go on a free, brother, because we need the dough for you, because you're the best in the world in your position. However, whatever he does outside of that, can't begrudge him, lad, and I never will.
Yeah.
It's too many moments, too many brilliant things that he's done in this team for me to be like, I don't like this guy.
And he still
I love him.
fights for that respect from England fans that he's obviously got in bucket loads at Liverpool. But I saw this tweet, right? This lady called Lindsay Ramskill. She's a Liverpool and England fan, right? There's not many of them, but she was at the game last night. And she tweeted this picture saying, shout out to this guy, and you can't see his face, but she said, shout out to this guy just before the Trent free kick. He said he's not got it in him, the Scouse C word. And then he obviously put it in the top bins. So that's like what he's still fighting against. It's people that don't want him to succeed because he's Scouse.
Liverpool, yeah.
It's like,
bro, he didn't sing the national anthem right. People got on his back.
But then he did sing it.
Yeah. And I get it. But he's got to do it publicly, right? To please.
No, you don't have to do it publicly. Gary Neville never used to sing it for England.
I know, lad.
You don't have to do it.
But it's just the way it is. It's our culture, lad. So people are always gonna not like somebody with a very strong sense of identity, especially when it's a Liverpool one. We are very prideful. We know who we are, lads. You know, we are abrasive sometimes to other people. So of course they're not gonna like us. And the Premier League is rife with rivalry all over the country, lad. Whether it's Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United, Liverpool, anybody. That's the way it goes, lad. You've seen in the old teams with Gerrard and Rio and Lampard, none of them used to sit together, lad. You know what I mean? At least these kids all want to spend time.
They're all mates. They're all hugging. Like, you know, he was celebrating with Madueke. He's going to be playing against him on Sunday. Yeah. Cole Palmer giving him a big hug, playing against him on Sunday. And I just think we've known it all along. As Liverpool fans, we've known it all along. And I almost get a bit annoyed when I see England fans saying now, Trent, what a player. You've got to start him every game. You've got to build the team around me.
3 years ago you were saying Reece James is well better than you were saying Wan-Bissaka's in that conversation and all these mad things. And we always knew that Trent was the yardstick, and he's proved it. He consistently keeps
He's got more goals and assists than Reece James has played football matches. That's not even a lie.
Really? Nah, that's a mad...
It's not a lie.
That can't be
He's got 112 assists and goals, I think. I don't think Reece James has played that many games for Chelsea.
That can't be... Someone have to stat check that, because if that's real, you're going to have to meme that up, you know. Get that meme.
We've spoken about Trent. I mean, it was a great goal. He comes back uninjured, which is great. Hopefully he can do that again on Sunday. You saw Henderson comment on his picture saying, let's have the same on Sunday again. But I just wanted to round up the international chat, because at one point, including in this international break, Liverpool have 9 international captains. Yeah. And I think that needs to be spoken about. Konate finished the game as France captain the other night. Yeah. Conor Bradley is now the new Northern Ireland captain.
He's the captain, not Kelly.
At 21. No, Northern Ireland.
Oh, sorry, yeah, sorry.
You think of Republic.
Yeah, my bad.
So Bradley, captain of Northern Ireland. Andy Robertson, captain of Scotland. Dominic Soboslai, captain of Hungary, who played against Virgil van Dijk. See the picture who's the captain and got sent off. And so there's 2 captains in one game. Mo Salah, captain of Egypt. Wataru Endo, captain of Japan. And there's other times when other players are captains of their team.
Netherlands.
Mentioned Virgil.
Yeah. That's quality, that, lad.
Alisson's been captain for Brazil.
Leaders on the pitch is what this is, lad. Absolute leaders. Yeah. It's wonderful. I'm so... Honestly, Conor Bradley, lad. How wonderful is that kid, lad?
Well, yeah, Northern Ireland manager Michael O'Neill selected Bradley as captain. And then someone quote tweeted it and said, we've got 9 international captains now. You know, Ben Doak played for Scotland as well, who I know is out on loan. But again, Jota got an assist in the Portugal game.
Everything goes through that Conor Bradley and that Northern Ireland team, lad. Everything.
Yeah, and you know, you can never deny the leadership and mentality that's in that Liverpool team, because look at all the leaders in the team.
It's brilliant.
It's like, I don't know if there's another team that has that kind of...
This is why we've got to chill out a little bit, I think, because Slot really has come into a team here. It's not like what when Jurgen Klopp picked us up, we were in the depths of despair, lad. Yeah. This isn't the same team. Arne Slot has inherited a good infrastructure, a good bunch of lads who are leaders, technical footballers, and adaptable. So, yeah, I am looking forward to this Chelsea game. The preview is going to be good. I like Matisse, lad.
Yeah, he's a good lad. And Kelleher played for Ireland. He actually got man of the match in their game last night against Greece, who beat England, by the way, the week before. Big up Greece.
Performed at that. And
why is Tsimikas not even in the squad for Greece?
I don't know, lad. Right, so I performed at that game for England v Greece, and then the game come on, so we get to watch the game if we want to watch the game. And I was watching it for a little 2 minutes, like, 'cause it's nice to be in Wembley. And I couldn't see Tsimikas. I seen one lovely lofted pass from Trent to his Rico Lewis on the left. Seen one of them, got off. That's all I needed to see, lad.
You're better off getting off.
Yeah, I couldn't see Simicast, lad. I was a little bit worried about
but
that.
I don't know why he's not involved.
If we're honest, right, I'm not being disrespectful to nobody, likes to love all my players. I think that's the one weak link that I've been a little bit worried about over the last 9 games. He's definitely had little glimpses of the quality that he has, but he just seems a little bit off it, in my own opinion, lad. He really does.
I mean, they've got Giannoulis at left back there for Greece. I mean, I don't know who he plays for, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Maybe it's an oversight on my part.
Maybe he's on a good form.
You'd think that Simicast would be even the captain of that team as well.
Maybe he got a polo or something now.
Is what it is. But yeah, Kelleher was in goal, was man of the match, but did make a bit of a howler in the last minute, and obviously Greece won 2-0 in the end, but was man of the match, and that is, the goalkeeper that we're now relying upon. He admits that Liverpool are having to compete to a crazy standard for the Premier League title. He also went on to say that if you look at the schedule, every game is a difficult game, and that just shows the standard of the league. You cannot relax or take your foot off the pedal in any games because you won't get the result. If we want to compete, we need to be on a similar level to them, City and Arsenal, and keep these performances up, and most importantly, keep the results up. You need to be open to change in the coaching staff, and it's a fresh start for everyone if you're trying to get off to a good foot and start the relationship well. He's really putting in the effort to get to know all the players, which is all you can ask, talking about Slot.
Yeah.
Kelleher obviously has now finished his international duty. He'll go back to Liverpool. He will be in goal for the next 6 weeks.
Yes,
I was on TalkSport the other day talking about how
Ali's never plays, lad.
Allison is going to be a huge miss, and I think for any other team it would be more catastrophic, but because we have got Kelleher and
lucky.
Big Jaros,
Big Jaros, buddy.
I do think it's going to be fine. There might be a couple of goals that we concede a little bit more of, but I still expect us to try and win these games. Look, when Kelleher has been in goal, Liverpool have got a better win record than when Alisson's in goal.
He played more last season.
There's a lot more context around it. We concede more when he is in goal, but we do win more. Probably won't keep as many clean sheets, but all we can do is get behind him. He's got a massive chance. I mean, is this off the back of him saying that he wants to be a number one somewhere else and he wants to be the main man somewhere else, which I get. We've spoken about this many times, haven't we, about him talking out about wanting to leave Liverpool, which we don't mind. But is this now his window almost to say, right, the world is watching, I'm going to smash it for Liverpool and try and get a move? And then it's obviously Mamadashvili who's coming in next year.
He's already smashed it for Liverpool. He's already had plenty of windows to show everybody why he's such a good goalkeeper and why somebody should come pick him up. I do agree, though. It's just another advertisement, right? If he really truly wants to go next season, this will probably be his last big window of games where he gets to show, this is why you're going to pay for me. This is why I'm going to be your starting goalkeeper. Of course it is, lad. It's an advertisement. He's starting games. Yeah. And I think he'll do well. He did it last season. Last season, he played more than Allison. Same with Conor Bradley. Conor Bradley played more than Trent. That's mad, lad. Yeah. It's insane considering how well we were doing last season. Whether he does well in the next few games, I think it's very unfair to him, Kelly, if I'm honest with you. He's been thrown in the hardest part of the season. Ali's had the nice 9 games of all the bottom league teams, so we'll see what happens, lad. It might be to his detriment, honestly. I hope it isn't, because obviously I want Liverpool to be successful, but also I want him to be successful. He deserves to be a number one somewhere, but I am terrified.
Where would you like it to be?
In the Prem. He deserves to be in the Premier League. I wouldn't like it to be in the Prem, but he deserves to be there. Maybe at Brentford, I could see him at Brentford, easy. Not starting goalkeeper there, somewhere like that. And especially with the relationship that we've got going on with them at the moment. Like we sold Van der Berg, and Carvalho. And also I like the looks of Mbeumo. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying, lad? So
little Kelly plus cash.
Yeah, you little Mbeumo Kelly one there, boys, yeah. You know what I mean?
What would you want to pay?
For Mbeumo?
Because they're like the same age,
£40 million, yeah?
Kelly plus what, though?
Oh, okay, Kelly. Kelly's worth 35, 30.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. So Mbeumo's worth 50.
Kelly plus 15 to start with.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then if they want more, we can negotiate.
17.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Kelly plus 15.
Get something out of it because we're going to
I
lose
think
a fantastic
they'd want
goalkeeper.
20, right? We'd have to go with Kelly plus 20.
I'd have that, to be honest with you. Mbeumo, yeah. But then Kelly is such a phenomenal goalkeeper, lad.
Mamadashvili, though.
Yeah, don't know what it's going to be like though in the Premier League, do we? And with
know.
the pressure of a massive club like Liverpool, Kelly has handled pressure, lad. He's been at Cup finals. He's tough over the best goalkeeper in the world. Kelly always hits the ground running. He never stutters.
You know he's the goalkeeper as well with the most penalty shootout saves in Liverpool's history.
Kelly?
as in he's won the most penalty shootouts ever as a Liverpool goal. Because think about it, Allison doesn't play them games, does
No,
he?
doesn't really. But then,
Remember the Arsenal 5-5 in the League
Pepe
Cup?
Reina?
Some, like FA Cup final.
It's because we've got
but
the
just
most finals.
Exactly,
Yeah.
under Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's got like 6 penalty shootout wins.
It's all against Chelsea.
And he's taken pens in them shootouts
yeah,
as well,
yeah,
by
yeah,
the way.
I know.
I've never seen Allison do that.
Anyway,
Kelly steps up. His penalty against Chelsea in the final that I was at a couple of years ago. Like, I know people say he looks a bit like me, but his face he put the ball down, went back, bang, straight in the top corner. No smiling.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
Didn't
then I think that's the shot after that is when Kepa skied it and we won. Do you know what I mean? So Kelly is and will be a Liverpool hero because he's had his moments that Allison hasn't had at Liverpool. He's won us trophies at Liverpool.
Allison's had all his moments. They're both heroes.
Sure. But what I'm saying is in the League Cup finals, you know, it's been Kelleher.
Yeah, we've got
in the
loads
run
of
up
heroes like that.
I just love Kelleher. You know?
Yeah,
I absolutely love the geezer.
Kelly, lads.
Big him up. Just before we move on to Liverpool chat, Roy Keane said, and do you know what?
He looked deep red and went.
Yeah, I do like Roy Keane. I think he's no nonsense. Compared to when he was a player, obviously I didn't like him, but as a pundit, I warmed to him because I can relate to him. He's a bit of a grumpy old man.
Yeah.
He's very stubborn. I think, you know, many people can relate to his no-nonsense attitude and some of his one-liners are class. But there are some times when I don't think he's helping the situation by just piling on unnecessary bits to Trent, who was featured massively in the game after. Sorry, in the footage after the game last night, they were saying Trent first.
Yeah.
So he said you give time to Trent because his decision making is quality, his passing is fantastic, but I can't believe how bad he is defensively, and against better teams he'll be punished. I mean, that quote could have been read out 5 years ago. People have been saying this for years. If you saw him play the other night versus Greece defending, it looked like he'd never played right back before. What do you make of them quotes? And they're not fair, obviously.
Reality, you're trading off here. What do you want him to do, lad? Do you want him to go do a boss diet?
I mean, he's Irish, so he doesn't want anything. But
this is what it's a trade-off, lad. This is your structure of your play. Do you want him to create chances, or do you want him to stop chances? Because you can't do both exceptionally well. I think he can do. His defending's not bad. It isn't, lad. He wouldn't have won the Champions League, Premier League, and all these cups as a right back if he wasn't able to defend. I do agree. There probably is better natural right backs for defending than Trent, but they don't offer the variety of passing or chance creation that he does, and there's nobody that does that. So you play him to his strengths. You do that with everybody that plays the game of football. You don't say this player can do everything, and some players can. You know, James Milner, brilliant utility player. But not everyone can, so you play them to the strengths. That's why Liverpool have been so successful, because we played Mo Salah to his strengths, we played Mane to his strengths, we played Bobby to his strengths, we played Trent to his strengths. So I just think it's silly to say he can't defend, lad. I really do. We know that he's not the best defender in the world, but he's very competent. He wouldn't have won all these trophies without it. And what do you want? Do you want chance creation, or do you want a solid right back? Because that's up to the manager. And I don't know a solid right back right now in this country that outshines Trent's creativity.
No, there
I don't.
One.
It used to be Walker, and that's why we started Walker, but not anymore. So who else?
No, you're 100% right.
Doesn't me head in that conversation, you know, it really does me nothing, lad. Like,
yeah.
I get it, what he's saying, but also that's not. Yes, he's there to
focus
defend.
on that after you've just seen him put in a man of the match performance, saying how bad he is defensively.
Does you nothing, lad?
It's just
scores a worldy free kick, lad.
And that's what I mean. People have been saying this for years. But look at his accolades. Look at what he's won. If you don't want... I mean, he's Irish, so you kind of almost have to...
Yeah.
It's not like he wants Trent to be better defensively.
Yeah.
He's just saying what he thinks is right. But that is tired. That argument is tired. It's lazy.
Yeah.
It's just too easy to throw out Trent can't defend. In the bigger games, he'll get caught out. Look at all the big games he's played in, bro.
He's played against
every best... Look at Walker in the big games, in the Euros. Where was he? Nowhere to be seen. Anyway,
I think it's that you don't have a defender that outweighs in defensive ability what Trent can do in chance creation.
And that's all that needs to be said on it.
The weighting is different.
100%. Right, let's talk about Liverpool-Chelsea then, because Sunday it all starts again. You know, I don't really like being a Sunday 4:30 game, because it's too close to the Monday show on DR. The feelings are still a bit raw, whatever happens. And you're kind of a bit nervous all day Saturday for the game.
I hate the game.
Let us know. Sunday 4:30s. I know most of our big games are Sunday 4:30.
I like
the Cities, the Arsenals, the Chelseas. Do you like them? Let us know.
I do. I like a Sunday where I wake up in the morning, I have a like nice roast or whatever, and then I go and watch the game on 4:30. I do enjoy that, but I don't like the games after international breaks. Hate them. I think it messes up our rhythm. I get that, but we lost to Nottingham Forest at Anfield after the international break, and with the way we're trying to create a new system in the team at the moment, it's messing up our rhythm, lad, and I'm terrified that it's going to be the same when we go to Chelsea. However, they are going to come at us at Anfield. They definitely will. Their attack has been great this season, without a doubt. It has. They've been scoring bags of goals, but their defence is shoddy still, and we can create our own chances. So I do think it's going to be a very open game. And in an open game of football, most of the time, Liverpool win. They just do. That's our type of thing. If you're going to give us space to go into and pass into, we'll beat you, lad. We've got more clinical finishes. We do. So I think Liverpool can win this. I do.
Yeah, no,
even without the momentum, lad, I think Chelsea are just going to offer too much to us to not take it. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, and they're missing Kukurea, they're missing Fofana, who have been part of their defence in the last few weeks. And, you know, yes, they've been exceptional going forward. They've actually scored more goals than Liverpool in the Prem. You look at Palmer, you know, he can score. Jackson can score. Neto's there. Sancho's obviously playing as well.
Bags and bags of attackers, lad.
But defensively, they can be got at. And when Kukurea isn't playing, I think that Vega might play at left back. Yeah. They've obviously got other centre backs that can slot in, but it's there to be won, that game. I don't want to see us going into this game fearful. Like, we should be going in. Like, I was at this game last year. We won 4-1.
We're a better team.
Of course, we're a better team.
Football team than Chelsea.
This fella, Matthijs, who I'm going to be seeing on Monday.
Matthijs, love him, lads. Love him.
Great
but
lad.
He knows that Liverpool are a better football team at the moment than Chelsea. They're great. They're getting better. Without a doubt. Chelsea Football Club are getting better than they were, and there's still a long way to go, but what we've seen so far, better football, more attacking prowess, taking the chances, and that's why we're talking about we're a little bit worried. But in reality, we are the favourites going into this game at Anfield. Only 2 goals conceded. We have been solid. We've been great at scoring chances. We've been clinical. Wonderful passages of play all over the pitch. Liverpool should be beating these, lads. We should. And I don't expect anything else, to be quite honest with you. I really don't. As
the week goes on, we'll understand where we lie with injuries and form.
It's going to be down to Maher and Ryan to dominate Enzo and Caicedo, lad. And I think them two are better players, and they're on form at the moment. The way Ryan's been playing, I think he can do it himself, to be quite honest with you, lad. So just going to be energy in that midfield and clinical chances in the front. We've got to
be on it from minute 1 as well.
Absolutely, we do, lad.
It can't be a game where 45 minutes in, half time's approaching and you're going, what have we created?
Don't let them feel themselves, lad. The second we let them have a little bit of moment where they feel themselves and Cole Palmer's on the ball. Yeah, murder them, lad.
Suffocate them immediately.
I want Dom, Maher and Ryan to shut down Palmer, lad. If he's in the middle of that pitch, lad, he doesn't have the ball for more than a second, lad, because you take it off him. That's the way it's going to be, because everything goes through Palmer at the moment, everything, and he's phenomenal. He's probably I heard you guys talking about he's the best player in the league. He probably is. At the moment, him and Ryan, in my opinion, are the 2 best players in the league. They're both exceptional. Obviously, Palmer's scoring bags of goals, but what Ryan's doing in the middle of the pitch cannot be ignored. He's 100%. Insane. So it's going to be interesting. Super interesting game. I'm looking forward to it, lad.
Is this the first big test? I mean, obviously, we've played Man United, who are in 14th right now, 10 points behind us. Absolute bunch of sausages. Yeah. But, you know, Arne Slot might have been right. We haven't. I mean, he did include United in the bottom half.
But he's
teams,
right, because they're 14th. Right.
We're not lying. It's a fact. And hopefully they stay there for a long time and, you know, keep Ten Hag as they've done, and, you know, we can all be happy. However, is this the biggest test that we faced so far?
Yes, without a doubt. Yeah, I think AC Milan was a big test at San Siro. That was a big test. But a free-flowing Chelsea team that's scoring bags and bags of goals with the best player in the league. Yeah, this is the test, lad. We're lucky that it's on Anfield coming back after the international break. So I think this isn't the full test. Chelsea, Arsenal, Real Madrid. Man City, Arsenal, Real Madrid. That's your full shilling. That's your test, lad. If you can compete against these, you're one of the best in the world. Chelsea are there or thereabouts. They're not quite top team yet, but they are a challenge. You can't just walk over them. So I do think this is his biggest chance, biggest game so far. I do.
Because let me just remind you, and I have to put the iPad this way now, actually, because it's on the Liverpool app. So it's Chelsea in 6 days, 5 hours, 23 minutes and 19 seconds. RB Leipzig on Wednesday next week, away, right, 8 o'clock. And then we go to Arsenal, don't we? On the 27th of October. It's Arsenal away, so tough. And then it's Brighton away on the Wednesday night at 7:30. That could be nasty. And then it's Brighton at home on the 2nd of November. And then we play Leverkusen on the Tuesday, Aston Villa on the Saturday. And then there's another international break, so that gives you a bit more time to, reset and go again. And the game after that, hopefully, and the game after that is Southampton away. But then it's Real Madrid at Anfield at home, Man City at Anfield at home, Newcastle away, Everton away, Girona away, Fulham at home, Tottenham away, Leicester at home, West Ham at home, away, sorry. And then first game of 2025, Manchester United at Anfield. So, bro, I mean, we were speaking about it last week. At what period do we start getting excited if all of this goes well? But I can only look at it in really like 3-game chunks at a time. Chelsea, Leipzig, Arsenal.
That's an awful week of football to play.
Tough.
I mean, but then this is the point, right? When you're at the top and you've got to play these big teams, and that's what football's all about, right? Pitting yourself against the best teams in the world and seeing how you come out at the end. So, whilst I say horrible, don't expect Liverpool to go on and win the league and the Champions League, to be quite honest with you. I don't, lad. So let's just see how we compete. I want to see proper competition. I don't want to see anybody walking over us at any point this season. I really don't.
100%. And as I said, during the week, we'll find out more from press conferences. We'll find out who is likely to start in the midfield for Liverpool. And like I said, we've got a massive preview with Matisse coming up on my channel, his channel, and also Omili as well, which is going to be really fun. It's almost like a Twitter Space app, and it's audio only, and you basically debate against another fan. Fans can watch and listen, and then they say who's won, so you can win or lose the debate. So I'll be going back to back with Matthijs on there, so keep an eye out for Omili. That's coming on later in the week, most likely Friday. And yeah, listen, it's good to be back. It feels like we've had more international breaks than ever. There is still one in a month as well.
I hate when you wait so long for the season to start and then you have 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, players are getting injured. Saka and Martinelli got injured.
How's Ali Mafe?
I think he just kind of went for a bit of a chill time. I don't think he's played any games. Okay, I think he's just gone to be around the camp and get a bit of nice weather. Well, I don't blame him. I don't blame him. If he's travelled all that way to just chill, then it's better than him travelling all that way and playing and risking injury.
At least he's in the sun, lad, you know what I mean?
Big him up. Absolutely big up Ali Maka. Any last words, Doyle, before we end up?
Up the Reds. Can't wait for this next week of football. Might be doing a watch along on Sunday. Don't know yet, but might do. If I do, come and join me, because I'll need the sport, because it's my first one in about a year, and the nerve-wracking.
On DR, you mean?
Yeah, on DR. It'll be lads on DR.
Because I'll be at the game at Anfield. We've obviously got fan cams after.
Not definitely happening or nothing, but it might happen.
So let us know if you are at the game on Sunday. Come over and do a fan cam. Like we said, we've never missed a fan cam. A home fan cam in the last 4 years of doing the Kop TV. So that's where we are. We're the only Liverpool fan channel that do it. You know, the Red Men don't do it. The Anfield Rap don't do it. We're the only ones outside the ground getting that raw reaction in the pissing rain most of the time. And I pride myself on, keeping that tradition up and speaking to fans that maybe don't have an outlet or a voice to vent their frustrations or congratulations to the team,
Like, it's one of them, like, we're just going to keep doing it regardless, because that's what we like to do. It's as simple as that, really. Like, we're both 30s in our 30s now, but we're still going to carry on doing it. You know what I mean?
Just turned 30. First year of the 4th decade of
just
me.
What we love to do. The same way. I'm 32, lads.
You're like
heavy.
In the office when they go to David Brent, they go, "What are you? 40?" He goes, "30s." You're 39, aren't you? Yeah, 30s. Yeah. So still 30s, yeah.
32, yeah. By the way, I'm not 39.
No, you're nowhere near that. But
we love it. That's why we're there.
But the international break is over. Big up to Trent for whacking in that free kick last night, shushing the haters once more.
Please stay.
Please. Big week of training. Hopefully no injuries. Hopefully it's just nice and smooth sailing. We'd like to see Harvey Elliott back as soon as possible as well. Yeah. So I've actually got some content coming out of him on the Liverpool FC YouTube channel, and they can't drop it till he's back. So that needs to come out ASAP. But guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you've enjoyed this episode, show us. Prove to us that you've enjoyed this episode. Be a big man or a big girl,
bud.
and improve our likes, comments, and subscribers. Please, it does help. It really does. And then, we'll see you during the week for more general news videos. But as I said, big previews to come with Matisse on Thursday. It's going to be a big week, this Doyle, and it could be a painful Monday, but it won't be, because I think Liverpool are going to win. Quick score prediction for the game?
17-0.
Right.
Yeah. Nah, 4-2 to Liverpool. 4-2 to
Bit
Liverpool.
of a mad one, yeah?
4-2 to Liverpool.
All right, I'll take that. If you offered it right now, I'd take that.
Open
Would you?
game.
Let us know about all the hot Kopics that we've discussed today, and we'll see you soon. Take care.